Hey, Stefon, it's John. Let's just start with your health. We saw you pop up with the oblique and were limited yesterday. How are you feeling right now?
I'm cool. No major issues. Don't believe everything you read.
Well, it was on the official injury reports. We have to
I'm
believe
just messing. Yeah, I'm all right, though, big guy. Thanks for asking.
Is it something that popped up like in practice, in the game, that's been lingering? Can you give us a little timeline?
I mean, it's only been around for a little while, but I'm fine. I'll be all right.
Okay, just have to get that out of the – Bills Mafia is extremely nervous. I'll just tell you that. So I'd like to clear the air for them.
I
And
got
then
you.
just llooking ahead to the playoff game. Obviously, you've had experience in the
Mm-hmm.
postseason, but now it's with a new team. How are you embracing this new opportunity and the next step here in your Bills career?
Yeah, like we get a new season, new opportunity that we earned as a team. You know, throughout this season, we had our ups and we had our downs. And it seemed like we grew throughout this year. We got better throughout this year, especially through our downs, especially with our losses. We learned a lot from them and growing from them. And I feel like we can carry that into the postseason. As we are here now, we're blessed with our opportunity to do something special. And it all starts with trying to win our first opportunity. And the Colts have a great team there, one of the more balanced teams in the NFL, kind of similar to us. So definitely going to be a challenge for us and something that we look forward to.
Appreciate it, Steph. Glad you're healthy.
Thank you, big guy.
Hey, Steph, as you're doing a bunch of film study for this game, what has stood out to you with the Colts secondary? I know as of like the last 6 games, they rank 31st against the pass. So just what have you seen when you've turned on the tape?
Yeah, I would say just don't believe everything that you see numbers-wise. You know, numbers, there are some truth to the numbers, but never put your hat on them just because that's a great football team. They're well coached. They play super disciplined. Their linebackers fly around. Their corners and their safeties are very active. You've seen some athleticism. I've seen one of them catch a one-hand pick. So it's like they have athletes there. And, you know, one of them were my old teammates, Xavier Rhodes, is definitely playing some good football. So for me, when I watch them on the tape, they're a well-coached team. They get active and they trying to make plays at all times. So don't believe all the numbers. That's a good-ass team, especially a good defense.
All right, I learned today to not believe the injury report and not believe numbers.
There you go.
Steph.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Hey, Steph, it's Heather Prusak here. Good to see you. I know we've talked about this, but with John Brown coming back, especially, possibly not having Cole this week, how big is it to get him back for this game?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes now. Hopefully all my guys are out there, but it's definitely, having Smoke back is one of the things that we always look forward to, just because Smoke plays a hell of a ball. He's a hell of a player, and I'm just happy to have him back. So, and in the instance, if anything does happen, we do got some guys that can play some ball, that's off the next man up. So as we anticipate to see how this week goes, I'm looking forward to the opportunity. I know all the wideouts are as well. So having him back, he got to touch the paint last week, so it's good to have him in the end zone and scoring touchdowns and just getting open to catch the ball.
You've talked about all season just how happy you are and how much this has been so great for you to come to the Bills and be a part of this team. How leading up to these playoffs, how does it maybe compare or differ from getting ready for other playoffs that you've been a part of?
I mean, even then I was super thankful because being a part of a good team is a blessing. Not everybody is, able to be a part of a good team that gets the opportunity to play in the playoffs or gets the opportunity to have success in the playoffs. So I'm always been thankful for the opportunity. Just now, with everything coming full circle with this new team, I could probably count on one hand the people that thought it would be this way. So as far as like me being thankful, I'm more than thankful now, just because all the good things that have happened, this new experience, this new fan base, the new community that I'm in, they've been nothing but welcoming and loving and, pushing me and pushing this team in the right direction. So I'm more than thankful and just, trying to not so much relish in the moment, but more so focus on the things that we got to get done because my job is very important to me, and I try to keep that in the front of my mind, and then everything else falls second.
Awesome. Thanks, Steph.
No doubt.
Stefon, John Worrell, AP, how you doing?
What's up, champ? How you doing?
I'm good. With how you didn't have Cole last weekend, but John Brown comes back. You guys score. I lost track of how many touchdowns. I think it was 4 touchdowns receiving that you guys had. How encouraging is it to know that this team could be down one of its top 3 receivers and yet still put points up? What does that say about the depth going beyond the top 3 of you guys?
I say also attributes to Josh. Josh Allen being able to, find an open man no matter who's in the game. We have some good receivers, especially with Cole and John Brown, but you also got to look at a guy like Isaiah McKenzie, who stepped up big for us and made some plays and showed that he's a guy that he isn't the starter, but he can go out there and play some good ball and step up if we need him to. So if I was like having that depth and having guys, it doesn't hurt you. In this playoff run, you don't know what's going to happen. If guys get hurt, with the new COVID and all the stuff that's going on, having depth doesn't hurt you. And it kind of puts you in a space where that next man up is really, really real. And I say more so give all the credit to Josh and being able to find an open man, deliver a strike, and being able to have success offensively with the guys that you haven't typically had a bunch of reps with is, more so giving quarterback credit.
And I'm not sure, but I heard this because I missed this. I was in the press box and didn't see the play happen on TV or the replay. But were you pointing to Isaiah McKenzie on one of his touchdowns, pointing to telling Josh to throw to Isaiah at one point?
I think because he was open and I saw him. I wasn't open, and I think I saw him open. I just pointed at him because I'm like, well, it's not like Josh needs me to point at him to tell him where to throw the ball. I'm pretty sure he saw it, but it's just a natural reaction when you see a guy wide open, like, hey, I can see somebody open, but that's all.
You get an assist for that or something? Maybe in hockey they do.
They got to write it down something, man. I need some type of credit one day.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Hey, Stefon Diggs. How are you, my friend? I heard you talking about Xavier. I mean, can you go back to your time together in Minnesota and some of those matchups in practice? I mean, you talked so much about going against Tre'Davious White this year. What were those like, and what kind of challenge is he?
It was good. He's definitely one of the bigger corners in the league. I went against him every day, so it was my first time, even when I was a youngin', like my rookie year. When I can date back to me being on scout team, like my first 3 games, and I was the only person I was going against. And he was some person that helped with my success as far as like going against a big corner that's fast, that can move and, be inactive. So I feel like he played a huge part in my development as a young player then. Going against guys after that, I would go against all type of guys, but going against a big corner that can move. Back then, people don't know, he was like all pro, if I'm not mistaken. He had like 6-7 picks. Like, he was having hell of a years. So and to watch him on tape now, he's having a good ass year. Like, people might not be paying attention, but he's still a guy that can get active and have success on the field. So dating back, that I've always been a grinder and a guy that take practice super serious, and he's the same one.
And this is going to be your 6th playoff game, if I'm correct. And so, I mean, that experience, your leadership, what have you told the guys in the room, or what can you tell us about what's different, in the playoffs in terms of trying to be successful in these games?
We haven't talked too much about it, but as far as Coach McDermott has touched on it a little bit. As far as like our process and the way we approach the game, we don't have to do anything different. We won games by trusting in our process, trusting in our preparation. So as far as like trusting that and doing what got us here. So we're just gonna rock with that. And our coach always leads the way, and that's one of the things I can say that he's never let us wrong. He hasn't said anything wrong to me since I got here. So I'm gonna just follow that and just trust that we're doing the right stuff.
Thanks, man.
Gotcha.
I got a question.
What? Why are you in my face?
I got a question. Out of everybody in the locker room, who would you not want your sister to date?
Who would not want dating my sister? I would put you at the top of the list because you're part of the light skin group, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say who would not want to date my TJ Yeldon.
Oh, good pick. Great pick.
Get away from me. Get off my damn screen. Yo, y'all let him do that. I don't believe y'all let him do that.
Hi, Stefon. It's Jay with the Buffalo News. I think I'm next. You mentioned earlier that you could probably count on one hand the amount of people who thought that this year would go like this.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people?
100%. I didn't even count myself. I was more so counting other people. As far as the people that trust and believe that the process was going to work out, and we had the right guys, and bringing me here was one of the right decisions, and kind of like just rocking with it, and they ran with it 100%.
Getting traded, Stefon, is a different way of joining a team. It's not like being a free agent and getting to pick where you go, or even really getting drafted. How did you mentally accept it so quickly and become comfortable with it and determined to fit into a new team?
I accepted it before it even happened, just because football means a lot to me, but I also understand that this is a business, and you always have to go on with it. Don't get your feelings or your heart caught up in the business, because that's never good for business. For me, it's just in whatever new situation I was going to get put in or chosen in, I was just going to embrace it, and the first thing I always try to do is earn the respect of my teammates and my coaches, and that's by just working your ass off, really grinding and kind of just putting that work in and kind of letting the chips fall where they lay. So for me, I just approach it as a business mindset, and it just happened to come full circle. Like, I got a new family. Like, I'm really cool with these people here. Like the receiver group, I've gotten so close to it. It's just like, who really are. Look at it like a guy like Dre, Andre Roberts. It's a guy that I look at it like we call him an old head, even though he's not old. But you hear him. He's had so much experience as far as like on different teams of still teaching guys, and not even just football, just having conversation with him about off the field stuff or like money management and stuff. Like, he's a guy that's smart. So you're still learning from guys, not even just football related, and that kind of brings you closer with guys because they want your best interest, even if it's not football. So people don't know. There's so much that goes on, but I got a new family.
Yeah, awesome. Well, appreciate your time and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, boss.
All right, Steph, you're good to go. Thank you.
Have a good one.